team builder, 5 to 10 HBCU schools you would create for college football 25, best teams, uniform, stadium, and abilities to recruit for them. Hope a video be done on the schools. Salute, love the content. And that's 7 explosions, baby. Well, guess what we're going to do? What is up, everybody? It is Jake back with the MF Film Room. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to be up to date on all things EA college football, hit that red subscribe button. Remember, right now we have a special. If I get this channel to 1,000 subs by July 14th, 2024 at midnight Mountain Standard Time, I will be getting one free deluxe copy of the game for one of my subscribers. PlayStation, Xbox, doesn't matter. If you already got the game pre-ordered, I'll give you $100 cash. So hit that red subscribe button. Also hit the like button too, and follow me on Twitter/X. If you like college football content, go subscribe to my other channel, Master Football with Jake Posey. The link is in the description. But enough about all that EA college football content. Let's go. Oh my gosh, guys, we finally got something video game football related just the other day, and it's Madden. So coming over here to Madden's Twitter page, and they said here, nothing hits like Boom Tech in Madden 25. This right here is a video. It's only about, 84 seconds long, so it wasn't very long. But it talks about, experience the next level of field sense and new Boom Tech, a dynamic physics-based. One thing there before, what they said, physics-based animations is they used to have, animation-based, systems. Now they have physics-based systems, which basically means that the players operate independently with each other much more often. Physics-based tackling system that lets you dominate the gridiron like a bona fide NFL superstar. They also have this new thing where you can have the special one-handed catches, not just spectacular catches, but like one-handed spectacular catches. How that's going to work, they'll go into more detail about that later on. What is also interesting from this, in case you don't check this here, I stopped it at about 6 seconds in here. You see the fact that that's Steelers' Justin Fields returning kicks. Justin Fields is returning kicks for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, that's not Justin Fields. No, seriously, that's Justin Fields. Quarterback number 2, he got the same arm sleeve with the number, everything like that is literally Justin Fields returning kicks. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, well, now the good news about this was they basically said they wanted to get the reveal of EA College Football done. They wanted to kind of go about that. Then they wanted to do a little bit of a reveal here for Madden, and now they're going to go back because we still have a lot more updates we need about EA College Football before this game comes out. We still know basically nothing about Team Builder. We don't know very much about recruiting. There's lots of little intricacies there that we don't know about. The road to the College Football Playoff, what is that going to be? Is that versus the computer? Is that versus people? We have no idea. We need more updates on that as the game goes. So up until that moment, I wanted to go ahead and check through because the cool thing about the community that I have, and I actually probably need to build more ways for my community to reach out to me to give me specific feedback. Again, I'm going to maybe get more active on Instagram a little bit more. If you guys are already following me on Twitter, I really appreciate it. If you follow me on here, that's the best. But I wanted to go ahead and check something out because one of my subscribers, he had a very interesting comment for me. So over here on one of my videos, one of my shorts about the companion app we're going to be getting for EA College Football. We will be getting a companion app, by the way. Intelligent Savage 629 says, team builder, 5 to 10 HBCU schools you would create for college football 25, best teams, uniform, stadium, and abilities to recruit for them. Hope a video be done on the schools. Salute, love the content. And that's 7 explosions, baby. Well, guess what we're going to do? In this video, we're going to be talking about the FCS ranks. I'm not going all HBCUs, but trust me, HBCUs are going to be in there. I got 7 teams I was able to find out from the FCS ranks that I will be most interested in making. First of all, we have to preface some rules before we start. All right, so before we begin, we want to make sure we set some rules about this here. So first of all, let's just make sure we understand something. This list is assuming you can perfectly imitate jerseys in stadiums. Again, there's no guarantee on that, but I wanted to make sure that we had that there. This list is also in no particular order. I am going to go in order from these directions, though. The list of these 7 teams is going to include 2 out west, 2 in the heartland, 2 down south, both HBCUs, and 1 surprise team in the Northeast. The emphasis is on the jerseys and the stadiums. I don't know what you guys are thinking out here. Oh, well, that line number 1, you could perfectly imitate these jerseys and stadiums. We already know that's not going to be the case with this game. So one thing I wanted to do was bring this up because a very fair criticism of Team Builder so far with what we have, as you can tell by the language that they are using, where they're going with this. So here is one point towards the Team Builder is not going to be able to do exactly what you want it to do perspective. We look at this here. Team Builder, create your own college football program with customization tools on the Team Builder website. Design uniforms, helmets, fields, and upload your logo. You can then upload your program and use the Play Now and Dynasty. Check out the Download Center. You will learn more about this later this summer. Notice what they said there. You're going to design the uniforms, obviously. Helmets, okay, we sure hope so. Fields, yes, and upload your logo. So one of the big issues there was on NCAA Football 2014, on those previous editions of Team Builder, you didn't really have very many options for stadiums. Now, it's very interesting about this because we already know that that's how the old version of EA College Football worked, NCAA Football 2014 worked when it came to the stadiums. However, Madden's got a little bit different rules here. So the first thing we have to remember here is not only on Madden 25 are they bringing back Team Builder. You see this right here from IGN.com. They're more immersion to franchise mode. You're going to have that Team Builder ability to create teams offline, download them, and use them in the game. Most importantly here was the functionality in the game of having multiple stadiums has already kind of been there for Madden. Coming over here to GameSkinny.com, this is tips on Madden 23 on how to relocate teams. So when you relocate a team, you're going to have to make a stadium. What do you do? When do you break a ground on a new stadium? Now for them, they had 10 different models pre-built into the game. Basic Canopy Stadium, Futuristic, Basic Hybrid, Basic Sphere, Basic Traditional, then Deluxe Canopy, Deluxe Futuristic, Deluxe Hybrid, Deluxe Sphere, and then Deluxe Traditional. So, will we have an exact replicator in EA College Football for the stadiums? Probably not. But if we could, what were the teams I would pick in the FCS ranks? Let's start that list right now. So up first, and unfortunately, they are not going to make this list. What team that was close was the Portland State Vikings. One of my favorite color in the entire world is forest greens. My favorite color. They did not get the nod though. They're not on this list of my teams I would create for one simple reason. So this is Providence Park. This right here is where the Portland Timbers MLS team plays. It is one of the coolest, most intimate environments. It is this little encasing of a stadium. Everybody plays here. They've played, this right here was actually Oregon State versus Montana State while they were making their stadium a little bit there. We also see that Western Oregon and Portland State have played here before. Again, for them, Portland State, they do not use this as their home stadium. I would have had Portland State on the stadium or on the list of the teams I would make, but because they don't have Providence Park, it's not technically their stadium. I mean, if I could create it, I would, but I want to keep it real. They're not on this list. However, out west, I got to stay true to my roots. So bar none, we have to go, very first off, we have to go with the Montana Grizzlies. One, because Washington Grizzly Stadium is one of, if not the biggest stadiums in FCS football in the country. It is so cool. Look at this. This environment is incredible. I know you're saying, oh, it's a hill. Well, in the background, they got there's plenty of snow back there. Trust me, baby. This is one of the coolest places to watch a game. It's not a very fun place to play a game, but you see, I mean, look at these backdrops. God, this is absolutely incredible what it's going to look like there to play. The snow-capped little hill there in the back. This is so cool. I would pick the Montana Grizzlies because one, stadium is awesome. And two, I absolutely love their jerseys. So they went with this update here for these jerseys. They've got the maroon and silver. It is one of the coolest looks there. We got some black accents on it. It's one of my favorite jerseys out there. This jersey is so cool. However, bar none, the greatest bad jersey in all of college football, if I could make an alternate, is bar none this thing, the burnt orange and yellow jersey. These are the OG jerseys. They're so ugly that they're kind of awesome at the same time. So again, you'd regularly play with these jerseys, but you have the alternates with those. Again, Montana Grizzlies, they are on that list. Up next is a surprise here, but we are going all the way out to northern Arizona to go to Walk Up Stadium in Flagstaff, Arizona. For those of you who don't know, you're like, why does Arizona have a dome? Oh, it's because it's hot. Flagstaff is up in the mountains there. You can actually check and see this over here. It is up in the mountains there in Arizona. It's obviously not too bad of weather, but this is one of the more interesting college football stadiums in terms of domes. One, I love domes, so I am biased towards domes. There are 2 domes on this list, and I love what this look is here. So Northern Arizona, the stadium, again, is it the best recruiting ground? Probably not. I'm not really considering that right here, but this stadium is such a cool little environment. FCS football, I would love to make it. That's Arizona. That's wrong. That's the stadium we're looking for. Now, I know these aren't the actual jerseys, but I do love their look here. So for them, they're navy and they're white with a couple of, yellow gold accents there. Now, you can't have that sort of a visor. If you could, that would be awesome. But I think these jerseys, simple, cool. Again, there's a couple of them out. These guys are not the best jerseys on the list. Those are actually kind of cool alternates there. They're not the best jerseys, but that dome, the look, I personally love it. Again, these guys are on the list whether or not they're first or last, maybe lower down, but Northern Arizona is on the list. Up next is the Abilene Christian Wildcats. You come over here and check them out. So what they have, Anthony Field at Wildcat Stadium. This is actually a cool little stadium here. So check it out. Again, it's a smaller stadium. It actually looks like it potentially is a little bit nicer than Kennesaw State's stadium. Kennesaw State is now in the Conference USA, but this year, so what is it? Chuck Sitten Tower, Anthony Field at Wildcat Stadium. Again, it's not the most amazing stadium in the world, but it's pretty cool for the FCS ranks. All right, and one other thing here that's cool. I actually noticed this. I've got a couple different groups of purple here. Purple is going to be highly represented on this list. All blacks, all whites, got some purples, got some grays. I like me some Abilene Christian jerseys. Those things are awesome, dude. Look at these grays right here. The all blacks, the all whites, the all purples. Again, this is a sick combo. Abilene Christian on that list. And I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, he's probably going to go with, the South Dakota State. They just won the championship. Maybe North Dakota State. They're the famous one. No. In the middle of the country, the heartland, my second heartland team. Again, Abilene is closer to New Mexico than it is to Louisiana. Texas is weird. It's kind of a southern state. It's kind of not. It's its own thing. I'm considering it a heartland team. The other one here is the Northern Iowa Panthers. The Uni Dome. Again, I don't know what it is. This is such a cool little dome. It's not crazy in terms of the size of it, but this is such a cool little intimate environment. Look at how it's encased like that. You got a dome out there. It's Northern Iowa. There's the turf. This is an awesome looking place to play. And then you see these jerseys here, UNI, those uni jerseys. Now for them, they have, their colors are purple and gold, or purple and yellow, and then black. Their emphasis is on purple with the accents of black, not necessarily the accents of, you'll see a little bit gold here, but for the most part, the emphasis is, we got some black accents there. He's got a little black sleeve. Again, this is the look that I like. University of Northern Iowa Panthers. They're my second Heartland team. All right, we're going to flip it up here, and I'm actually going to go with my Northeast team first here. And again, the third, maybe not the third straight. It actually is the third straight team with purple jerseys. Again, they're sick. I love them here. But University of Albany here. Bob Ford Field at Tom and Mary Casey Stadium. This is actually a pretty cool little thing up here in Albany, New York. The way that it looks, the one side's much bigger than the other side. But I like this stadium. Cool little intimate environment. Again, you're not going to get 80,000 people cheering for an FCS game on the regular. You might every once in a while. I'm pretty sure that Coach Prime went to Miami and he actually had a couple people there when he was at Jackson State. But this right here, cool little environment. But also, again, first of all, one of the more interesting mascots, the Great Danes. But check out their jerseys here. All right, so we've got the alternate. First of all, we got some gray alternates right there. We've got, that is a bit crazy there, but we see, the purple, U Albany. I actually kind of like that look with it right there with the black. So for these guys here, they've got yellows, they've got blacks, they've got purples, they've got whites. They've kind of got the whole gamut here. Very cool. Got the Great Dane on the side of the helmet. Again, I like me, U Albany there. My only team from the Northeast on this list. All right, up next, we're down in the South. This is my first of two HBCUs that we have. So I want to make sure we're clear about something. We're very, very clear. Jerry Rice. This stadium is named at Rice-Totten Stadium. I want to make sure that we're very clear. Jerry Rice is the GOAT, okay? It's not one of the best receivers. He is the best receiver of all time. It's not quite, Randy Moss this, Calvin Johnson that. Hey, athleticism, sure, fine, whatever. In terms of accomplishments, it ain't close. Jerry Rice is the best. However, this stadium is very, very lackluster. Now, it's Mississippi Valley State. First of all, you're like, why the hell would you pick Mississippi Valley State? Why wouldn't you pick Jackson State? Jackson State, they had the chrome helmets. They got the big stadium. Coach Prime was there. Like Florida A&M. Florida A&M's the Rattlers. They got that, orange, reflective helmet. That's pretty cool. There's lots of different ones to pick here. First of all, here, I'm going to go by this. This is what I'm going by. This stadium is kind of boring, kind of basic, but one of my favorite jersey combinations in all of sports is Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils. One of the big reasons why is they are one of the only teams in the world that are brave enough to actually have the red and the green. Again, Mexico aside. Shout out to all my Mexican fans out there. But they're one of the only ones that have the red and the green. You look at this here, what they've got here. So they've got reds, they've got greens, they've got those are OG. Look at that's Jerry Rice back in the day. Look at those reds right there. I even think they had some grays in here. So you've got grays, you've got reds, you've got greens. They have an awesome group of jerseys and just the most interesting look in college football in my perspective here. I love that green. Again, it's not as dark as I would like, but that is my favorite color combination in all of sports because I know it looks like Christmas, okay? But that, you cannot tell me that does not look awesome. And last but not least of my teams is the Southern Jaguars. So A.W. Mumford Stadium. First of all, this is a cool stadium. Checking this out right here. This stadium, what they've got, actually, you've even got to see this here where they actually take the turf or they'll take the track around it and they'll actually color that. This is an awesome looking stadium. But it's like, that's a gorgeous field right there. Look at how cool it is. We got the water in the background, the lights. You got the track that they sometimes color out here. This is one of my favorite stadiums. In addition to the fact, remember here, if you're Southern and if it was realistic, you would have to play your rival every single year in the Bayou Classic. So every year, the Bayou Classic in New Orleans between Grambling and Southern, it is one of the coolest games. Again, people say, oh, we show up for the bands. We didn't watch the game. Either way, you see this game. This is a game you're going to be playing in the Superdome. So it's going to be an awesome game there. Now, that's not even speaking about the jerseys because the jerseys here, again, one of my favorite color combinations in all of college football too. So the coolest combination here, we got the baby blue, we got the yellow, we got the baby blue, yellow. Look at that right there. We've got the gold jersey, we got white helmets, we got, blue pants, we got gold helmets, we got gold jerseys. We've also got two-tone blue with the home jerseys there. We've got the dark blue, we got the light blue, we got, we've got some grays in here. This is, bar none, one of my favorite color combinations and jersey combos in all college football. I already said it about Mississippi Valley State. They're one. Up next is Southern. They're one of my favorite teams out there. All right, so my final FCS 7 teams. Obviously, Montana Grizzlies. Love Washington Grizzlies Stadium. Got that maroon, that silver, and even the burnt orange and yellow look for the Classic. Northern Arizona, love being to play in the Dome. They're probably the most simple jersey out of all these, but again, I just love it's a very clean look for them. Abilene Christian, pretty cool stadium. Lots of jersey combinations. Northern Iowa, another dome here. Love Northern Iowa. Mississippi Valley State with the red and with the green. I absolutely love that combination. Southern Jaguars is my favorite one, bar none, out of all of these. And the University of Albany Great Danes, another contender out there in the Northeast. So if you had to make a team builder team with those FCS teams, I already went through it. Montana's a popular one. Some people will say, oh, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, something like that. They're very, very good teams. The Southern Jaguars have clean uniforms. They've got a cool stadium. They've got multiple different alternates. Their color combination's awesome. I like me some Southern Jaguars. Which FCS, HBCU or not team would you make on Team Builder if you could do anything you wanted? All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. You get in the comments, what would you do if you could do any FCS team, Division 2, NAIA ranks? We want to go Division 3. We want to go Wisconsin Whitewater. What are we doing out here? You guys get in the comments and let me know what teams you would do if you could do them perfectly. Now, we'll see what the system can do. We'll see who's pretty good about making sure you're relatively similar to what the jerseys look like. We'll see that later on when we get updates on Team Builder. But again, you guys get in the comments, let me know all that stuff. Also remember, hit that subscribe button. You stay here till the end. If you enter now, you subscribe right now, you are entered in for a chance at a free deluxe edition of the game, Xbox or PlayStation, doesn't matter. And if you've already got the game pre-ordered, $100 cash, won't cost you anything. Hit the red subscribe button, it'll help you out. Like button too, follow me on Twitter/X. And that's it for me, guys. I'll see you guys later. I am out.